Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. And then, if we can ignore those trees, if I press H here, I'm hoping that he'll be able to... Because, like, the rest of that bit down there, I should be able to do that with the small tractors. I'm kind of wondering if we can do the rest of this field with just the small tractors and not get this one involved too much. Down this end here, we'll have to be involved a little bit. It's going to go all the way down there, and then I'm going to stop that one. Oh no, it has completed their task, and then he said stop. So he actually got down to the end of the field, and he finished the job, and then decided to try... but then when I pressed H to do the hired help again, he was going to turn around and try some more. Are you really stopping by that tree? Right, he is. He's stopping by that tree. That's what he was doing just then. You'll probably do the same with some of these. I am quite tight on the side there. We'll get him down to we'll get him down to the end over here, and then we'll see what we want to do with this. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll do that, and then. If I can maybe set him going up here, then I'll go and get the lorry. So I'm going to do a few passes here because I'm going to want to be able to turn round on this bit. Going to get this lorry here. One thing that I haven't done so far is I have gone and found where I can make the changes to the cows. But obviously I haven't had any feedback from that yet. Those episodes haven't gone up, so I haven't sort of found out yet. But I'm curious. I'm still curious. Like, I'm waiting to see if you do want me to increase the cows a little bit. I'm thinking that maybe instead of 80 cows, we have 80,000 cows. I think that could be interesting. I don't know. I mean, some of you may think that that's a little bit excessive. But on the other hand, you may think that 80,000 cows is just right for what we want on this map. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it would allow us to produce quite a bit of cheese. So there is that in its favour. Now, I need to try and get this great big wide load all the way down to the dealership so that I can get those little tiny tractors all loaded up and brought up here, because they're not the speediest of machines. What I also want to do is just switch over to that tractor, not these four. You, what are you doing? You drove all the way up to the other end of the field, turned round, came back, and turned at this point. Because you're some kind of moron. Clearly. Okay, right. Well, you carry on up through there, and I will... Actually, I'm just going to nurse it a minute. I'm just going to make sure it does another couple passes cleanly. Right. Let's just put this tractor over here a second. We'll leave it there, and then we can go back through this lot. Noisy ones. There, I wanted to go to you. Okay, so you have folded that all up, and we've planted this field. So everything is now planted for the year that we can plant at the moment, apart from the sunflowers that we're doing right now. And those, we're just sort of finishing them off, and then everything will be fine. This is... we can't go around the corners too fast with this machine. I do like it, though. I do really like it. Right, we'll just park you up there a second. And then we want to go back to this one. We get it down to the shop, and then we can see about trying to get all four tractors onto this trailer. Probably shouldn't be driving into the field down here like this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then reverse up here. Like, we've got a little bit more room now, which is always good. And then I want to... Nope. There we go. Right. I want to drop that down there. So that's ready to roll, and then we want to go over here, and we want to drive these up onto this trailer, one at a time. They are a little bit noisy, but that's fine. I'm hoping we can fit all of them on here. So this first one is going to go right up on there. I don't know if that one's going to be able to be secured, but I will actually turn them off to do this bit, and then we can go on to the next one. Bring you up. We should be able to get them all on here. I mean, I might have to just kind of put them at an angle so that they'll fit, but we'll try and do it like this to start with. Alright, that's going to cause him to have issues, so I'll put him like that. Yeah, I think it would be better if I put them at angles. Because I don't think I'm going to fit two more on here. There's one and there's... yeah. So if I just do it slightly like that. Shut that one off there. And then this last one. Bring you along. If we're going to use a fleet of small tractors, this is something that I actually quite like the idea of, is using a fleet of small tractors to do some of this work. Fantastic. Right, if we can use a fleet of these to do some of this work, look at that. That actually looks really cool. I like that. It does take longer to drive round and get them set up, move them from different fields when you've got small, slow tractors like this. But it's still very cool. Right, right, by doing that, that actually secured the thingies in place. I want to make sure that I've actually got sunflowers in each of these, because I don't want to be doing corn planting. Right, so we've got... there we go. That's better. Yeah, you are sunflowers. That's okay. So we go back to you. So now I can put the straps on. We've got 700 litres. Why have I got 700 litres of sunflowers? That makes no sense, because there's 100 litres in each. That gives me an extra 300 litres of sunflowers. And also... straps don't actually seem to work. For whatever reason, when you put the straps on this trailer, it seems to cause the machinery to dance around a bit. Whereas if you leave the straps off, they seem fine. So we'll come out round there. And now we will head up the road and we'll see if we can get these to our sunflower field and actually start planting sunflowers. This is... I love this. This is what the transport trailer is intended for. The mass transportation of lots of machinery. Look at it. How cool does that load look? Like, seriously. That is just epically cool. And that little bit of stuff there. Oh, no, I didn't actually hit any of it. No, I'm surprised. Thought I was going to. I'm going to stay driving in this wise direction. I'm going to see if driving like this without actually looking where I'm going gets us to our destination without getting hurt. Just the cars were they were trying. They definitely tried to get hurt right then, but they didn't quite succeed. So what we want to do here is come in round like that. And we can just make it. Excellent. So we're going to drive this one down here because it's going to be closer to the end of the field where I want to start. And I'm going to go there, like that. And then we'll do that. Right. Next up. I got all of those, but what I actually want to do is I want to go to this one, and I just want to move it out of the way a minute. So I'm going to take you and drive you down here. Because I reckon these 4 tractors will be enough to be able to do this field without too much trouble. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'll whiz you in across here. I mean, maybe I'll bring this one back in, and that one can help as well in a minute. But not quite yet. We've got other things that we want to do. So, oh, no, I don't want to be in that front. Oh, that was in the lorry. Yep. Back one first. Okay, I need to get all of these started up. Actually, you know what we can do? Is if I just do this, that actually starts all of them up, because it takes them a little while to start and then be ready to actually start moving. And then while I'm waiting for them to fire up, I can get the back one and drive over, and I will actually start it working. At least this is what I'm hoping I'll do. So if we go trundling across the field like this, I'm not going to try and put them all in a line and have them all working together all at once. I have done that in the past. I did do that with the previous Unrealistic series with a bigger map. And I will probably try and do that at some point on this series. But not to start with, not on here. We're just going to just have the 4 of these working in the same field, because I think it's going to be really cool. So I'll start you up there like that, and then if I bring you over this way a little bit, and then I press H, have the hired help, 12k. The planter has got an unrealistic speed of 20k programmed into it, but as the tractor doesn't go any faster than 12 is what we're going to be doing. But at least the hired help is buying in the seed, which means that I don't need to worry about it. And that is actually working really cool. It's brilliant. It's perfect. It's doing what we want. I hope it won't do anything weird. And in the meantime, I can go and get some more started. So this one... well, actually, this one I'm going to sort of start over here somewhere in the middle of the field. And then I'll do another one in the middle of the field. And the last one, I will take myself and nurse it down the other side of the field and sort of see how it gets on over there. So you right here, we're going to back you up. And I'm in April, but I can't go any later than April. So I'm going to slow time down to 1400 right now. Because if you have a look in here, sunflowers are March and April. So we've got to get these finished by the end of the day. So let's just start you up. And you drop in there. Off you trot. Right, you here, I just want to see if this one is going to be able to turn around properly. That's my one concern here. And he does actually look like he will. There is a bit on that corner that we will want to tidy up, but what I want to see is how well he can do the turning. We can do that tidying up later. That doesn't really matter. Oh, that's going to be absolutely fine. Look at it. Yeah. Lower in there, and then straighten up as it goes along. Yeah, that's perfect. Excellent. And then you're traveling up through there. I want this one next. The great thing about these tractors is they go exactly the same speed backwards as they do forwards, so it doesn't really matter how you use them. You just forwards or backwards makes no real difference to performance, speed, or anything else. Right, you're going to go there and start up, and then this one here, the last one, I'll get you off the trailer, and I'm going to take you over to that side, and that's where we're going to start doing our work. So let me spin you in round there like that. And I'm leasing all of these tractors at the moment because I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to run this massive, great big fleet or not. Now I'm thinking I do. Look at those cars over there going really slow following the tractor because they think that it might just suddenly leap out without any warning in front of them and disrupt their day. Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe that tractor is actually just secretly possessed. Now, if I bring this one in all the way in like that, just onto the edge of here, and then I press H, I'm hoping that what it'll do is do a clean line all the way down across the field. It might not be able to do that. We might have to do a couple of little changes. That one up there has managed to turn round. There's another one over there that's turned round. He's on his way. I like this. 4 tractors working across the field. I just want to make sure that this one does a clean line all the way down and gets past these trees without getting too hung up on them, and is able to turn around and sort of does a neat and tidy job on. No, he's not going to. He's going to get to there. He's going to turn round and he's to come back to that tree, because that tree is apparently very, very scary. So we're going to have to manually turn him round down this end and then let him carry on. Which is fine. It's fine. We can do that. Just that lorry down there that we need to move out of the way. And then once we've done all of that, these tractors can go and do whatever they need to do. And we've got fertilizer to spread in that field, the big field down there, and the sugar beet field over there. So we've got a couple little jobs that we're going to need to do. So you go to here. And yes, I know you're going to try and drive all the way down the other end of the field to do your turning round, which I'm not going to stand for. That is not the kind of nonsense that I'm willing to put up with. So I'm going to bring you to here, like this. And then you drop in there like that. And off you trot. He's done it again. He's got to here, decided that he doesn't like that tree, it's big and scary. So he's slowed right down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to get past this next tree up here. And then I'm going to press H and then I'm going to start it off again. So what it will do is... So if I do that, that's basically resetting it. And then I can press H again. Start it off. He will go and hopefully... He won't stop at that tree either. Right, he's not going to stop at that tree. He's not going to stop at the others. So what I'm going to do, because I'm fed up with it doing this, is I'm just going to get rid of these trees. Seems to be the best option. So I'll get rid of that one. Right there. I mean, I'm all for keeping trees, just as long as they're nowhere near my fields, because my workers find them scary. And just because they produce the oxygen we breathe doesn't mean that they're worth keeping. Like, who needs oxygen when you've got Wi-Fi? Yes, I did actually say that. So let's put that one in there. I wonder if these hedgerows are... No. You can get, sometimes in some maps, you can get hedgerows that you can remove them with a chainsaw. It's actually really, really cool. Right, you are actually turning the direction that I want you to, so is that one over there, and then we've got the one on the end that is working on that bit. So we've got 4 tractors in the field, working away, all in perfect unison. It is glorious. And then I want to lift up the back of that one, and I want to move this lorry, but I think what I'll do is I'm not going to go very far with this lorry. If I take it up here and we just drive down the side right here. Stop there, because we may want to load... Well, actually, no. All of these vehicles are leased. So I'd probably just send them back and we'll see about doing a ploughing job and planting and stuff like that with some more in the future. So let me know. Do you want me to do another one with these Rosselmash beasties? The ones that go at 12k, or do you want me to try and find a different vehicle to use to do something with? Like, I'm quite open to using whichever, to be honest. Like, I really don't mind. I think it could be a bit of fun, whichever one we choose to use. Right, let's stop you right there, and then I want to have a look in here. I've got planters. So I've got this John Deere planter, which is going to be costing us a fair bit if I keep hold of it. So I think I'm going to part company with that one now. And then we will see about buying one at some point in the future. Now, I've got liquid fertilizer, and I've got 3 ton of seed in there. I could put the seed into this one over here. The liquid fertilizer, I'd rather get rid of it. So if I go here like this. Right, that's taken the liquid fertilizer out. In order to get rid of the liquid fertilizer, if I bring it back over here, is that gonna... Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work like that. But if I drop it down there, I might actually be able to load it back in. Yep, it does. I just want to get rid of that one because it's not something I'm actually going to use, I don't think. And then if I go into the shop, we go into planters, I go to that one right there, and then so I could purchase that one if I want to. If I go there, 354,000. No, I don't want to do that. Return. Yes. Right. That one is dealt with. Most excellently. And you are okay there. So I've got a little bit of oil, which means I just want to check on the factories and see how they're all getting on. I did enable those, the sunflowers and that again, but I see the cucumbers are still disabled on this. There's nothing for cucumbers on here anywhere. So for whatever reason, we still don't have any cucumbers coming in. Peppers. Why are peppers out of space? It makes no sense. Strawberries there. Tomatoes, onions, and strawberries in a standard greenhouse. But this one's saying it doesn't have any space. Those there, I'm going to change the output mode and I'm going to go to selling. These here are still on spawn, but it's saying it's out of space. I need to check on that. Something going on here. Something a little bit hinky. That one there is the one that's doing peppers. Why are you telling me that you're out of space? You shouldn't be out of space at all. That's tomatoes. Strawberries. Onions. Pepper out of space. Ah. So that greenhouse there is too close. It's got to be. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless I just need to go forward a little bit in time. Let's just see what it does. Still saying out of space. Alright. Yeah, that's not going to change. Which means that I need to move... Well, no, I don't need to move it. I went and put a standard greenhouse in here. I don't think I actually needed to do that. I should have... That's a large greenhouse there. This is strawberries and tomatoes. Why did I change them over? I think I had a particular reason for wanting to change them. It's either out of space because of that one, or it's out of space because these are too close together. I cannot think that there would be any other reason. Unless it's something to do with the fact that we did have strawberries in there previously. So what I'm going to do, in order to help things along here a little bit, is I'm going to get rid of it completely. Yeah, I've got no idea if this is going to make any difference to it, but I'll start overloading water into there, and then if we go and have a look in here now, large greenhouse onions, large greenhouse tomatoes, and then this one is a level 1 and this one here is a level 1. So I want to activate the peppers on there. I also want to upgrade that one to a larger one. That one with the strawberries, I left that one for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm going to upgrade it now so that I've got 4 greenhouses all at level 2. So I got 2 standard greenhouses here. And then I've got this one here with the peppers. And that should, in theory, now be working. And then I got this one here with the onions, which has got onions and it's also got tomatoes in it. Because of what I was doing previously. So if I change that output mode to selling. This one... Oh... Now, there's a thought. I'm just busy dumping in all the water here. Let me just run time through a little tiny bit. I just had a sudden thought that maybe, because the greenhouses are close together, let's go and have a look in here. No, I got 13 peppers in here. This one, I got rid of those strawberries. Down here, tomatoes, that seems to be fine. And that now seems to be fine. I did wonder if maybe they were sort of doing some sort of weird crossover thing, but they don't seem to be. The other thing that I'm wondering about, I didn't actually go and change the pancake factory, so it's still got 200,000 litres of each in the storage section in there. We're going to want a maple syrup production, and we're also going to want to be able to get more butter and eggs and stuff in here, but I was actually thinking that it might be an idea to bump the dairy up and upgrade that one for 77,000 because we could do with producing the extra milk. Well, the extra butter and cheese and everything on a more regular basis. Okay, so we've got those right there. Let me go back over here and refill this one, and then I can do some more with the water. And we'll go and check on our sunflowers. Okay, our sunflower tractors are actually doing a really, really good job here. Whizzing up and down the field. We've got most of the field done now. Go and have a look through. We've got a little tiny strip left on this one. This one we've also got a little tiny strip. There's hardly any left on that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tractor here once it gets to the end of the row, and I'm going to move it over to the other side over there, because then I think that's sort of going to balance out the amount of ground that's left for them all to cover rather nicely. So we get down to the end down here. And stop there. Twist around like that. And then go at the blistering speed of 12 kilometers an hour. All the way down over here. A little bit further. A little bit further. And there we go. Start that one working there, and now these two are actually working in almost perfect unison. Excellent. Haha. Let's go to this one. There we go. We now have two of them working in a line. There's a third one coming down the field over there. The other one's all the way over there, so that one's not going to cross over with us, but we do have three in a line. Fantastic. While we're waiting for these to finish all of their work, except they're going to start getting hung up on each other. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.